Hello and welcome to another video from Toxic Crypto. As you can tell, we're going to cover a little bit of Golem today, GNT. No, not Lord of the Rings Golem, although this is one of my favorite pictures ever of Golem. In fact, whenever I remember I was texting my buddy back and forth the last couple of months and when the net came out in April and Golem was going straight up, and I just texted him this picture, and he flipped his shit. So, Golem, GNT. Here's the chart. But what is it? Well, think of Golem as a supercomputer, a decentralized supercomputer. Right now, only CPUs are able to be on the network, but they're adding GPUs very soon, which will boost it big time. In turn for your computer, if you get a part of the network, you get paid in Golem tokens, and there are billion tokens of GNT out there, and there's 839 in existence right now. Golem really is the first one of its kind. Like, it was a huge ICO way back in the beginning, raised a whole bunch of money, kind of went dormant for a while, although it did have a run-up. Let's see if I can get back to 2017. Early part of 2017, I mean, we saw 1,000, 1,100% gains, along with the rest of all of the altcoins, right? It cooled down, and then as well as the rest of the market, all the altcoins, it broke out, very easy breakout, and we saw the big run up with everything else. Kudos to anyone who bought and held it there. I actually was not involved with Golem at that time. I started to actually learn about it in the December time zone, and I wasn't going to buy with all the hype. I waited for my opportunity. And I've traded a few times every time it came down in the 30s and the 20s, and definitely down here in the 20s. And in fact, I've just re-entered in the last week or so on this move down, as there's been several trades along the way. Actually, I take that back. I was in Golem a little bit back here, but I held it for like 30% gain, got out. I did not make money on this run up. I mean, very little bit. But where is Golem now? I mean, back last year, we knew stuff was coming, but we didn't know if it was ever going to come. And then, boom, in April, unexpectedly, except for the investors who really knew about it, Golem launched their mainnet. Like, they went live. And it works. It's incredible. I mean, you log into the Golem network and you say, here's my CPU. All right, if I get picked up to use on the network, they pay me in tokens depending on it. So that's really cool. And you link into a network worldwide, decentralized, and we're helping people who need the computing power to do things more fast, like 12, 20, 25 times faster, and like 95% cheaper. Some of the first thoughts of what Golem would be used for was for movies and animation rendering. However, there's a lot of medical things. They need to sequence DNAs. Science are other practical uses. And pretty soon there will be a whole lot of, as companies look to outsource, they've already outsourced cloud computing. This is going to be GPU, CPU rendering ability, which, you know, we've come a long way, but this gives you access to a huge supercomputer for fractions of the cost. You don't have to have it in-house now. Now you can ship out all the rendering outsourced. And I also see big companies developing some code to allow their unused computers on the network to be on Golem as well. I mean, if you look years on down the road, we are going to be outsourcing our computers, and we're going to be outsourcing to get the supercomputer needs. And think of it, you have a cell phone. The cell phone's going to change a tremendous amount, right? And you have a supercomputer in your palm. pretty soon, this doesn't exist already, but you can link into that, and suddenly everyone has a NASA computer in the palm of their hand. I mean, that's where we're going. A little scary, but pretty awesome. And Golem, there are a couple others in the field. Another one of my favorites is DBC, Deep Brain Chain, which is a Chinese version of Golem, if you will, that's more AI based, but 3 or 4 years away from what Golem is doing right now. Golem really is the first one to come out and have a solid product. And they launched it. And look what happened when they launched. They went from 20 up to 60, and they kept on going higher. And this chart doesn't even do it justice. I mean, on some exchanges, it actually went as high as like $1.90, as you can see right here. So if anyone was buying the previous low, 20 cents, you made a fortune. They took out all its stops, ramped it up to 190. And then you got a secondary move, and we developed this channel, or this downtrend line. Now, that was back in May 7th, and you know, the entire market has come in since then. Golem actually moved before the rest of the market and had relative strength compared to the rest of the market. What I'm watching right now, just a little bit of TA, is to see this downtrend line, if Golem can break above it. It's trying, right? It just had some volume today. Every time we've come up against this since May 7th, we've been rejected. If Golem can break out of this, in fact, this is a really good support area, between 45 and 42 cents. We can hold that and break higher. You know, we do have an RSI that's curling up. We've got a signal line on the stochastics they're curling up. We got MACD with the histogram is starting to go the other way. We needed a correction. We got a 3-week correction for this huge move, guys. I mean, this went from 20 cents up to $1.90. That's 10x if you were on board for that. Good Lord. And huge volume, guys. Huge volume came in. All right. We had more volume in Golem come out here than we did in the entire run-up last year. And we did break through those highs. Our secondary high was a little bit lower. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for us to hold up here in the 144, 145 timeline. This is a daily, okay? Daily on Bittrex. And I'm looking for us to break out of here with some volume. All the TA will line up. And I think we're about to go into this massive breakout for Golem. If this was 1, this is 2, right? 1 from 20 cents up to about 90 cents. The 2 wave is the pullback. The 3 wave, excuse me, see if I can, this is what I want, maybe, ooh, alright, never mind. Here we go. Down here, 19, 20 cents. If that was the 1 wave, bear with me. This was the 2 wave. The 3 is going to be pretty big, guys. And a couple things here. One, the news that come out. Yes, Golem had incredible news, and for once, you know, we didn't rally into the release. It's almost as if the market really didn't know about it. I mean, I didn't know about it. I had made some trades along the way, but that was huge news. And you were given time to actually buy it if you wanted to, and you made some great gains. It's now going down. It's consolidating on extremely low volume, guys. Extremely low volume. If we go down to the 4 hour, this is what we're watching. Okay? this wedge in Golem, we get above here, oh my gosh, it's doubling. It's doubling, guys. It's going to 80, 90 cents. And it probably won't stop there. I mean, this could be a fan. We could go up to 2250. Golem is, I think, one of the better charts in the entire market right now. And it's under-owned, undervalued. It just got on the radar back in April. I tell you what, people are accumulating it down here. We're getting some green volume spikes. Look at all these green volume spikes just in the last few days. Whereas Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, they're all falling apart right now on or near lows, looking like they're going to break down much, much lower. Golem is extremely high off of its low and holding higher with support. We get any type of move up. Golem is showing that it can play with the big boys and it can hang in there. We get any type of hold by Bitcoin and a move up, which is kind of the expected bounce right now. Golem is most likely going to rocket ship higher. Full disclosure, I have been accumulating down here in the last couple of days. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. This is not financial advice. I'm merely talking about my experience, and I wanted to discuss Golem to make sure everyone was aware that there are some coins out there that are acting very good. Not shit coins, but good coins that actually have a product on the market that is working. Okay? And the other thing that's awesome, a product that's working, they also got, I think they got listed on an exchange in Korea over in the April timeline, along with their public release of their net. That helped. Koreans went crazy. They went crazy buying this, okay? Let's check out the markets. BitThumb, 5.3 million. They can go straight in to Golem. Korean won into GNT. They can go straight in fiat. We don't have that over here, guys. The Koreans were pumping it. Pumping it. Very cool. And, their media there's a pretty good social network behind them. So anyone can really see, we break this triangle to the upside, we're doubling. Which leads us to John McAfee also lining up, where he says Golem is going to be $3 by July. How does he come to that? Right? He also says EOS at 36, but that's not as big of a percentage move that Golem is. I mean, think of it. We're at 49 cents right now, 600, 700% Golem. I'd rather take that bet leverage than just a 200% bet on EOS. And Golem's also already proven. And guys, Golem's at 416 market cap. It's a rank 44 coin. If we look at what's in the top 10, EOS is already number 5. Okay. Top 20. I mean, easily, guys. It easily deserves to be in top 20. Top 20 is 1 billion, okay? Right now. That's more than a double. And it hasn't even mooned yet. If it goes up 600%, let's call it. There's a lot of zeros here, guys. Bear with me. That's not right. Math. 2.6 billion. That would put us up at just above Monero at present prices. I mean, these are all going to fluctuate. But that wouldn't even break us in the top 10, dude. That wouldn't even break us in the top 10. And I believe Golem belongs. Like, if Tron is up here, dirty old Tron is up here at 4.2 billion. You mean to tell me that Golem at 440 billion, 440 million, my numbers are going crazy right now. One day it'll be worth 440 billion. You mean to tell me that Golem at 440 million with an actual product that's working can't be competing with Tron at 4.2 billion? That's like a 9 times, 10 times, guys. And just 5 or 6 times takes us up here. And that's nothing. That's nothing. So McAfee says Golem to hit $3. He's got Doka, Dimic, 250, B's up 84, Bitcoin Private, and EOS all moving up. He believes in the next 2 months 600% surge. Well, I'm telling you guys, and he's basing this off his algorithms, and based off of moves that Golem has done previously. Okay. So if you were to just look at the percentage gain in this timeline, and this doubled that, that's how you're getting there. So 20 cents, call it, to $1, call it. It's 500%. That's how you get to 500. And I mean, you can get, or $2.50, $3. Any way you slice it, it's going to go higher. But it all starts with breaking out of this wedge. All starts with breaking out of this wedge. And if we get out of here, it's probably going to launch big time. I mean, Koreans love their coins, more so than anyone else in the world. And, you know, if you're not looking to invest in it, all right. On this downtrend, guys, even when Golem was coming in, we were getting 10% moves. 8-10% moves. Are you kidding me? 44 up to 53, 7, 8, 9, 10-15% moves. Returning with $1,000, that's $150 over a course of a day. You do the math. You multiply it out to see how much, whatever trading capital you use, don't invest any more than you can afford to lose. Yada, yada, yada. This is not financial advice. But as a professional day trader that I was for several years, depending on the exchange, Golem is actually, you can take little day trades. It has spikes. And why does it have spikes? Because whales are coming in and accumulating. And it's coiled up. It's coiled up at the exact time that Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum are all near lows. And we're all in the zone of, this is Bitcoin daily, of being very oversold. Okay? Bitcoin daily RSI is 26. A lot of people are expecting maybe one more flush down in Bitcoin, which maybe we saw today. If we hold this, who knows? It's been a choppy mess. Who knows? I think this is actually accumulation happening and shorts getting out. If we see some type of bounce here, and again, maybe we go down another couple $100, maybe we go down $500 before we get the actual oversold bounce, and which could be an impulse wave higher to eventually break us out of this massive downturn. That's going to bring the rest of the market higher. And who's going to do well? The relative strength coin that's been doing well the entire time and is actually up today while everything is down. That's Golem. So, a little bit of TA. If this is move 1, Elliott wave, this is 2, into support. If it holds, move 3, it's going to be massive. And I can see how John McAfee got to his numbers. See if I can get training views lagging. I mean, even on this pullback, it came to the 618. Crypto loves 618. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna do it this way. Huh? What's the next target? 153. Fibonacci in that range. 150, 154. And what's that? 500%, 400%. What's the next target? Next target's up here at 262. And he's saying by the end of July. So you're talking about over here somewhere. Somewhere on this line, we're going to be between 50 cents and 250. I expect a move at least to double into 150 land. But if the whole market comes up, this thing is most likely going to follow that. So let's see if we're right. Let's see if we're right. I will come back to this chart next week, and we'll see what happens. But that's Golem. I mean, I would say follow Golem on Twitter. Get the latest from them. Definitely see if John McAfee says anything else about Golem, as he's called it out as one of his coins with real upside. Golem is 44 right now. Again, one of the few that's up, and up nicely with actual fundamental news. I think it's a great thing that Golem, well, that the cryptos, that we can get, this is a 45-minute chart, we can have relative strength in cryptos. Not everything has to go down when Bitcoin goes down, okay? And if you look around to see what is actually going sideways, not going down as much, or even going higher when Bitcoin's going down, that's relative strength. Same thing in the stock market. If the Dow and the S&P 500 are going down, but you notice, use a name everyone knows, Apple, that Apple's going higher, even though they're high weighting in the market, then Apple has something good going on. People are wanting to buy Apple. They're fleeting into Apple as maybe a safety, or maybe they have something coming up that they're excited for, or their iPhone numbers are going to be good, whatever. If it's going down less than everything else, it has relative strength, and you have to pay attention. And right now, Golem has relative strength, and you have to pay attention. Especially with these volume in the last couple of days, accumulation volume going on, I think we can expect great things in the coming months for Golem. Again, this is not financial advice. I merely am giving you my opinion on the market, not telling you how to trade, only giving you my opinion. This is Toxic Crypto coming to you live from Virginia, USA, and I will continue to follow this one as well as some other coins. And I wish you all good luck and happy trading.